this chapter was so fucking good. Like, it was beyond fucking insane. This entire chapter of Fairy Tail. People that are wondering like, oh no, those spoilers and all that and all that. Well, rest assured, this chapter was beyond fucking badass, so either what those spoilers could bring us. So let's talk about that chapter 4 Senti right now in Fairy Tail. I'm so fucking excited. Oh, everyone, deep breaths, everyone. Okay, because it's going to get more intense than it is already. So we get to see Serena right at the start of this chapter just saying like, I think I'll start with you, Warriors. You know? And he just starts putting around his hand there. Bye-bye, God. And it's just like, Warriors like, I am taking you with me. If this is the last thing I do, Serena. And he managed to create a giant tree just to entrap him into it. Like while the other gods of Ishgar and Jura try and do something. Like you get to see like Wolfheim, he transforms into a fucking beast trying to like pummel the shit out of him. You also get as well like Dracula, like even it's him as well, which we find out what his magic is, which is from what it said like ultimate magic. So I'm kind of curious what exactly ultimate magic like entails, like what exactly does that mean? Because like from what we saw is like he just fell to the ground like a bitch, so maybe that's like somewhere like gravity or something like that. Like it wasn't too like very sure on the page exactly what ultimate magic did, but it's just like everyone's just there like, oh, that's a surprise and all that. They even managed to do something, but it's like I like how Jacob was getting ready to like butt into the fight, but then Serena fucking triggered. He snaps, those eyes go black, and then all you hear is Cavern Dragon, Earth Destruction, and everyone's like, what the fuck? I was like, oh my god, he's a fucking Dragon Slayer? Like, he's a Dragon Slayer of all people? And I'm like, Earth Dragon Slayer? He's like, no. Purgatory Dragon, Infernal Fire, Neptune Dragon, Circle of Water, Hurricane Dragon, and I'm like, oh my god, who can use all the Dragon Slayer magic? He's beyond that, and we find what exactly this monster is. He has all 8 Dragon Lacrima inside of him. It isn't just 7 magic that we've been seeing. So he has all of it, and I love it whenever he does this attack, like his eyes go black, like it's just like it pupils go black and everything. It's just like, it looks creepy as anything. So that whole thing that he's got around his body, I'm guessing each one of them is like the lacrima going around him in that little wheel. So it isn't been 7 magics like all the dragons. It isn't just been like from what we're seeing like poison, fire, like steel, water, like, you know, it isn't like just all of that. Like some of the stuff that we've been missing out for a while now from the series is like definitely like is one of those ones that was very interesting. But mind you, so we haven't actually seen a Water Dragon Slayer as well, so there's more than just like over that number that we know, because like out of all the main dragons, like, you know, because what we get to see, we get, you know, fire, steel, wind, like darkness, like, you know, we get to see all of that, and we haven't seen like water or earth before Dragon Slayer, so that's very interesting that he's like pretty much what like Luxus would be if he had all the Lacrimas, but his body could only take like one of them. And it's like, either then, like, Jacob and August had to say, yeah, you're gonna have to stop right there. And it's just like, he was like, oh, that's a little bit too much. And it's just like the hybrid theory of the man that's loved by the dragon god. And he's just like, there's no such thing as dragons or gods now. Like, let's just move to Fairy Tail space. And then it happens. Fucking Acnolgoia just appears right there. And he's like, I smell a dragon. And just Serena doing the worst thing possible, instead of just going straight at him or literally running like a bitch. It's just like, oh, it's Acnolgoia. Let me get this little speech to think you come to like all this way just to like, and then Acnolgoia, one arm, beats through fucking like Serena, takes a huge chunk out of him. The giant, I'm guessing, Lacrima thing around him just destroyed. Like all of it's got. He's just like, yeah, that's 7 more left. So that's one thing that confirms as well. There is no other Dragon Slayers. We knew that goes from the start. But to think that there technically was an 8th Dragon Slayer, and he's on the fucking floor right now, I don't think this is the end of, like, from what we saw with him. He's just, like, I still think there's more of Serena because I don't think he would have been just built up that much. If that's the case, then that's really fucking disappointing. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about that off the spoilers and stuff like that, saying like, oh, Serena got one shot, that's bullshit. Like, I think he did get just one shot. He's out for the count for a fucking while, but he will be coming back and all that. But just to show how fucking strong, this guy was a god dragon slayer. He had all the elements inside of him and more. This guy was beyond fucking strong. Like, he was the #1 Ishka, like that. And that's the crazy thing. He was #1 just by having, like, this artificial dragon slayer. He wasn't taught by dragons. He fucking pretty much was at that point where he was probably becoming one without actually using anything like the Dragon Force or anything like that. That is beyond fucking insane. And even just Acnolgoia just walking around, and like how it was just said at the final, like I say, suddenly the final battle goes 3 ways. A new contender joins the battle between the demons and fairies. Yeah, I think that's more in now about the final arc, because I think whenever Acnolgoia gets involved, and the main reason is like he got bored. He got absolutely bored. He's like, no, I want something to do. I'm going after the Dragon Slayers now. So who the fuck is he gonna go after? I don't think he's gonna go after Natsu first. Like, he's like, why would I go after like weak shit? You probably want to go after like Gargiel or something like that, or like, maybe like maybe like any of them. Like, I'm very curious to see like what exactly it's gonna take to take down Acnolgoia, because even still, he's still a monster. Even with like all the theories that I've said and what other people said, it's still not gonna be no easy task taking this monster down. And also as well, like, just Zereth as well is still left there, so a 3-way battle is going to be very fucking deadly from this point. Honestly, this chapter was beyond fucking awesome. Like, I mean, come on, guys. Like, if you didn't enjoy this chapter of Fairy Tail at all, then what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, you got high, like, expectations for Serena. We've all got high expectations for Serena. And he did that and then some. He made the fucking Ishkan gods, those ones that were under him, like, 2nd, 3rd, well, and also as well, Jura. He made all of them, including Jura, look like fucking peasants with just the god magic of the dragons, and it was beyond good. And can we also just say one thing that I appreciate about, like, all his magic? It wasn't just, oh, fire dragon slayer. It was all fucking unique, like, kind of techniques and all that he was using. So it was like cavern dragon, Neptune dragon, purgatory dragon. Those are all fucking cool names for a fucking dragon technique. That's all fucking awesome to see that. Hurricane dragon. It's just like, that's one way to see, like, how much your magic ends, like, is better than, like, fucking Whitney or Natsu and all that. You take one fucking hit from this guy, see how well you're fucking doing afterwards. Like, that overall, beyond fucking awesome chapter. I had a blast doing all of that, like, just talking about it, because single first page, like, when I saw Acnolgoia, and when I really didn't expect the whole Serena, like, magic reveal and all that. That was a really nice surprise that I saw from him, because we did see in the spoilers that there was a little blast that he was doing, but it was like, oh, what is that? Or like, a lot of people saying, oh, is that electricity? So technically, if you think about it, he can probably do electricity as well. So, you know, the theory is still there. It could still be there, but I think the ship's kind of sailed now that he's on the floor covered in blood. I will say though, if he is dead or if he is fully out of there, that would take him there off this thing, but I believe he will be coming back into the series. I think, like, he wouldn't just take the character just out like that. I think that's just one way to show off, yeah, look how strong Serena is. And then there's Acnolgoia, look at the fucking bar we have to climb to take out the final fucking, someone that's on god level. Dragon. It's like, it's always weird, the power levels. It's like, gods, Dragon Slayers, and then, you know, you get to like Zereth and fucking like Acnolgoia levels, which are beyond gods apparently, and even god slayers and warriors. So yeah, overall, fucking, I'm giving them 1 to 10. That was beyond fucking awesome. I'm glad I did the spoilers, and I'm glad I did this chapter, and I'm glad I'm talking about you now. But yeah, expect a fucking like discussion or something coming out from this chapter, because whoo, this one was beyond fucking insane. That's all from me, so thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll speak to you guys next time.